As the founder and chief officer of Zindigi, the digital banking initiative of JS Bank, Noman Azhar is transforming the banking landscape for Pakistani youth and empowering them towards financial independence. Azhar has launched two branchless banking portfolios that cater to both the banked and the unbanked. And so to tell us more, I'm delighted to be joined by Noman Azhar. Noman, it's wonderful to have you.
Hi, thank you very much. It is equally wonderful to be here, actually.
Noman, your journey in fintech is quite remarkable. Can you talk to us a little bit about some of those pivotal moments in your career that have led you to becoming the CEO of Zindagi?
Technically, the journey has been quite interesting. I personally started off with a telecom background, joined a telecom organization, which was a Tislat's operation in Pakistan, was working in VAS, that was value-added services, right? And instantly there came an opportunity in Pakistani market about digital financial services where telecoms were trying to launch some brand for addressing the financial needs of the country. Now, interestingly, no one in the entire team of, 40, 30 people was interested in doing that because all of them thought this is not a good opportunity career-wise, right? And my boss told me that I am going to work for mobile financial services. So I took the challenge as that my nature is. So I said, yes, why not? And there came the opportunity when our market was quite young. We were trying to learn from Kenyan market and other markets which are very similar to Pakistan. In Pakistan, 85% of population is unbanked, though a very large percentage of population do have mobile and access to internet. So that was the biggest opportunity for all the organizations, specifically telcos and banking segment, to look into it. I was quite lucky to be landing in that space I was selected to do that. Once I jumped into it, the experience in itself was quite learning because as a telecom, we were not only supposed to launch these services in a telco-led model, which generally is followed in other parts of the world. We had to acquire a bank or buy a bank, create a bank out of, and then, within the group, create a bank and then go for financial services. That was the regulatory requirement. That at a very junior level gave me an entirely different exposure because for me, buying an entire organization, so we opted for buying a local bank, which was a district level bank in Pakistan, and then taking it to a nationwide level, then taking it to a branchless banking initiative, and then launching the brand within that organization. So all of that took like 2 years of time. But for me, at a very young age, that was an extremely, extremely important exposure because I was talking to the most senior level of the group, most senior level of the organization, and then building something from scratch is something that really, really excites me, right? So I actually, kind of installed the first brick and then built the entire building out of it. And then we launched the first brand. So I would say the experience from there, and then I went, so I worked for 11 years on this brand. Quite a long period of time, made it a very renowned brand of Pakistan, not only for mobile financial services, but for banking industry as well. And then we moved forward, and I moved forward personally. I went into a purely technology related company. Someone from a business background, I challenged myself to learn technology because I was, part of technology related platform. So went there in a pure technology company, spent like 13 months there, and came back to banking segment, and then we launched this Zindagi after 5 years of now 6.5 years of my life with JS Group.
And it's interesting because you've really been at the forefront of financial inclusion and digitization in Pakistan. So talk to us about some of the challenges that you have encountered there and how you managed to overcome them.
So the biggest challenge in Pakistan is that we are a country with a big population, 240 million, right? And we have 2,400 million problems in the country as well. The challenge is that these problems are actually opportunities to work out business cases out of them. You solve a problem and you have a business case around it as well. The main challenge is that the problems can not only be solved by providing financial system access. There has to be a combination of digitization because everything is quite manual there, integrated with the financial ecosystem. And to do that, you have to be very creative and very open, where you have to understand the problem of other organization, other partner, digitize that first, and then link a financial system. So just a brief example, for example, we digitized traffic ticketing in Pakistan. So that's where we developed a system and then linked it with a payment component. And that payment component helps us getting millions of transactions while it helps the organization to digitize as well.
Your initiatives, of course, haven't just transformed the banking sector, but also the public sector in terms of digitization and facilitating that transition there. So talk to us about some of the strategies, as you've just alluded to there, that have really been able to facilitate that, and also the kind of impact that it's had on government services as well as citizen engagement.
Our vision is to provide impactful financial services, right? And while we talk about impact, millions of people every year go for Hajj and Umrah from Pakistan to Saudi. They have major problems like paying in cash to the agents for their Hajj operations, right? For their Hajj services, taking riyal with them, which is very hard to find in Pakistan, and they pay a premium charge on getting Pakistani rupee converted to riyal, and then losing riyals there as well, because this is the only travel they do in their life, right? They are not very confident traveling as well. I think solving all these problems was very important. So what we did is we have linked it up. So when you are applying for Hajj, you get a Zindigi debit card as well, which is a full-fledged banking account, right? So you become financially included. Now to create that impact, we have to socially include them as well, whereby you take that card, deposit money in it, the amount or the fee of the Hajj will be deducted digitally. You take that card along with you, don't need riyals, you don't need conversion, no extra conversion rates. Use it wherever you want. You want to withdraw cash from ATM, you want to use it on a POS machine, just go there, withdraw riyals directly rather than finding riyals in Pakistan, right? And use it directly on a POS machine as well. And then eventually, even if you lose that card, don't worry. We have booths in Saudi Arabia. So we have created that entire ecosystem where you can get your duplicate debit card instantly from Saudi Arabia as well. So that has impacted, and this is going to impact lives of millions of people in Pakistan, but we foresee that this is going to go international as well, inshallah, and going to change the way Hajj and Umrah operations in partnership with the Saudi government, the way it has been happening.
It certainly will change operations, and it's certainly one of the reasons that you've received so many accolades for what you do in the fintech industry, including the Excellence Award from the President of Pakistan as well. What is next for you, and what do you foresee being the future of fintech in Pakistan?
So, alhamdulillah, for whatever I have received, I don't think I have a plan where I see myself in future. I'm someone who goes with the flow, with the right intent and with the motive of creating a larger level impact and giving back to society, to my country and to the world. I will always keep on doing things which go right in the right direction. And I think a lot comes my way, including this President Award, alhamdulillah, as well. So let's see where I go from here onwards.
Fantastic. Noman Azhar, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.